Question to start. What's one of the biggest factors that actually decreases your earnings on really any food delivery app? I want to try to answer that question at the end of this video based on the actual numbers from today's shift. Of course, driving on a food delivery app. But first, some new things. Let's think about pay bonuses on any food delivery app. What is a good pay bonus in your marketplace? Is it a per delivery bonus, so you'll earn an extra whatever it is after completing a single delivery, or is it B, a batched bonus? So you have to do a batch of deliveries, let's say 10 deliveries, and then you'll earn a bonus on top of that. Well, stay tuned because here in Pittsburgh, I'm going to try a batched bonus, something that I typically don't do. Now, on Uber Eats, this is the app that I'll be using here this weekend, it's called a Quest. I want you to look at this. So can I knock out 60 deliveries in just 3 days for an additional $315? That is an extra $5.25 for every single one of those deliveries. That is a fantastic batched bonus in my opinion. So going back to my question on the best bonuses, in my opinion, if you're looking at either the per delivery bonuses, or in this case, the batched bonuses. Now this can be on, let's say, DoorDash as well. They call them challenges. If you can get a per delivery bonus, either the per delivery or the calculated based on the batch, that's at least $3 extra per delivery. I think that's a win. So what do you think? Stay tuned. We're going to be grinding away this weekend on this Quest bonus. Definitely subscribe and join the team if you haven't subscribed already. Also, one other new thing here. This is the Uber Plus card. Now, it's not a credit card, it's actually a prepaid payment card. Now, DoorDash has this as well with their Dasher Red card, and it's the same thing here with the Uber Plus card. You're gonna use this to make some payments on some orders on Uber Eats. So I'll be getting that in a couple of days as well, so also keep your eyes peeled there. But you're here to look at the shift today, and again, to answer that question, what is one of the biggest factors that actually decreases your pay? So let's get into this shift. First order here, after declining a good amount of orders, and let me know if it's been the same on DoorDash, Postmates, Grubhub, whatever app here, but I've been having to decline more and more orders before I can accept a pretty decent one. So this one, 11.98, it's 5.7 miles, and really I would call it just that. It's a decent order. And I say that because it just kind of hops across the river here in Pittsburgh, so really I do want to come back across to get into my dense area. And after completing that order on Uber Eats, we're using our destination filter to try to get an order that does pull us back into that busy zone, but I will commute back just shortly here back into this dense area. Now, I don't know if it's the time of day or the area of the marketplace that I'm driving in, but I'm seeing more and more orders like this. Let me know if your marketplace is kind of doing the same thing here, but it's just weird positioning orders like this. The cash flow is pretty good. It's $16.30. But it is a stacked order. It's going to take maybe a touch more time. And actually, we can see that with the estimated time here, 52 minutes, 8.4 miles. Now, I actually accepted this one really just based on positioning. I would like that per order payout to be a bit higher here because the entire payout, $15.73. Now, it shouldn't take too long here, 36 minutes to complete for 5.8 miles. Now, again, I did take this one because of positioning. Now that prior order, we talked about positioning and I declined it because that ending destination, it's not really the best area in my opinion for this marketplace to get orders. Versus this one, I was happy with this one. Now, one good thing on that stacked order that was kind of surprising, and I want to see more of this on Uber Eats, is the stacked order actually was from the same restaurant when it comes to the pickups. So we can see here, I'm at the restaurant, 2 customers, it saves a lot of time. I don't have to go to another restaurant. So is there a tip off on the order request screen that kind of shows that? I mean, we see the icons for the pickup and the drop off. Is there a clue there? If you know, definitely comment down below. Okay, this next order, I feel like is one of the riskier orders that I could take. So look at this carefully and think, would you accept this one? As I was finishing a prior delivery, they sent this one. It's a stacked order, of course, indicated by that number 2 here, and it's $23.93. That is an excellent cash flow. And I say that because I like the per order payout here. And then the ETA, the time to complete, not too bad. And the same with the miles here, 11.5. So what do you think? Would you accept it? Again, not being able to really zoom in and zoom out like we can on DoorDash here. Decent miles, what do you think? Okay, I want to show you the numbers from the shift here and of course answer that question that we posed at the beginning of this video. And I do want to show you a scenario that kind of made me worry that I wouldn't even earn enough money on this shift for it to be worth it. So this shift today was from 3:45 p.m. until 5:45 p.m. So before I show you the gross revenue, let me go over that scenario that I talked about that caused me a bit of nerves. Okay, remember that big order payout, right? $23+ payout for that stacked order. So here's the earnings screen a little bit later in the shift. So it's showing $9.20 out of $23.93 expected. Now, of course, if you're not familiar with Uber Eats here, we can see the estimate for this trip was $23.93, including tip. Tips are available 1 hour after delivery since customers can change the amount until then. But you can see in the screenshot, I mean, it's 6:16 p.m. and we can see that this was requested around 5 p.m. Now, from what I've seen, the time it requested versus the time that you receive it as a driver aren't necessarily the same thing. But regardless, it's a little bit later in the shift and I was crossing my fingers that I would see some more money roll in here. Okay, thankfully a bit later, 6:30 p.m., I did see a tip roll in here. So now I'm at $20.34, still a bit under the expected total. So just keep that in mind. If you see earnings that are kind of drastically lower than what you expected, that customer has up to an hour to really confirm or reduce or increase that tip amount. So for this shift, my total gross revenue was $48.46. So our goal this year right now is to earn $25 per hour in gross revenue for any really rush shift. That's the breakfast rush, the lunch rush, and the dinner rush. So I earned $24.23 gross revenue per hour on this shift. I'm decently happy with that. I do want to answer that question of what may actually decrease your earnings. And I really do think it's distance when it comes to your deliveries. Well, honestly, it could be the pickup or the drop off. And I think commute time is a big thing. If you have to go offline, if you have to drive back into a busy zone, it's just really eating up time. But the hourly here, decent. I am happy with that, $24.23 an hour. Now, during this shift, I completed 5 deliveries. I received 4 tips, and I actually did receive an $11 tip, which boosted my average tip to $6.45. During this shift, I drove 24.8 business miles. That equals a payout of $1.95 per mile. Now remember, your goal there should be really $1.75 paid out per business mile. And based on those miles, I get a tax deduction of $13.89. If you got value in this video, definitely drop me a like. And you can also click or tap screen here for my newest video, as well as a video recommended for you. And I'll see you in the next one.